Hello everybody. So I'm back out again to go and find the route on Strava that I found or saw the other day. So I figured out my mistake. I know where I'm going. You'll see the other issue I've got right now. I had a when I ordered this vest, I had one of the bottles leak, and I asked the CamelBak to replace one, which they did. The trouble is I threw them all back in a box and I wasn't sure which one was a leaking one. As it turns out, is this one. It's kind of frustrating, it just sort of leaks out that top bit there. Thankfully just water, I've got another one there, but just annoying, isn't it, when you get started, you think you've got all your gear ready to go and then that just hits you, so a bit irritated by that. I've also got a Unived gel today. Did order a kind of a bundle of Unived stuff about a month ago, but with my ultra training it wasn't really something that I wanted to spend too much time exploring at that point. So I've got it today just to have a little play with it, see what it tastes like. I've also got some recovery mix at home, so it'll be a bit of a Unived test day, but I do have some Spring Energy just because that is my favourite gel, and obviously if Unived is a bit rough, I don't want to be stuck out here for too long with no source of nutrition. So I've got that sorted. I'll probably just hold on to this for a while. See you soon. Long-time subscribers will recognise this field, and I'm pleased to say that we've got a number of lambs in here now, which is quite amazing. So I'm not going to disturb them, I'm going to keep on moving, but look at this little one under here. I think today it's going to turn into a bit of a run, walk, jog situation. I'm 3 kilometres in, running at 6:30 per kilometre, and my legs are toast. I did do some couch 5k yesterday and involved quite a few hills, which is a bit mean of me, but as you all know, if you can tackle it and you can take on those hills, when it comes to running on the flat, it's a whole lot easier. But I think a number of days in a row running, I think I'm 4 or 5 days now in a row, taking it toll slightly. So as you are well aware, I'm not worried about pace, I'm just here to explore and have a good time. But it's just funny, I started running thinking, whew, my body is telling me that I've done a bit too much this week. But nevertheless, a bit of walking, bit of running, bit of hiking, bit of exploring, and we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to catch up with you in a moment when we get back to that dreaded place where I took the wrong turn. See you in a sec. I'm coming down the wooded section today. I know where it leads, to the same place as the grass route just next door, but I thought it might be a little bit of fun, although that's a pain. Got a duck. Oh, I see why it's preferable to run the other route. Flies. Whew. Great. Okay, I'm not going to stay here too long because there are flies everywhere. You probably can't see them just down there by all this kind of stagnant, horrible water. So anyway, public footpath, Foxway, this way here. Let's get going and let's see where it heads to and where it comes out. I have messaged Sam on Instagram, thank you Sam, who ran the route the other day. I just said to her, if I follow this, will I get to where I'm supposed to get to? And she said yes, so she reassures me I should be fine. Let's go and find out what I missed the other day. That was a really nice trail, if I do say so myself. Nice little section. It does actually carry on down there, but I know from looking at Strava properly and following instructions, we're going straight ahead now. So the golf course was actually, or is still, the other side of these hedges, but I'm going down this road here, so it makes a lot more sense now. I can see why I got confused. It did appear like it was going around the golf course, but it's just simply around the outside edge. Okay, I think quite a few flies in there as well, so quite pleased to be out of that little section despite how beautiful it was. That's why I got the glasses on. I'm not trying to be like Bono, wear them indoors all the time, wear them in the shade, but needs must. Let's get going. Well, this is very cool because I think I've got my bearings now, and here we go, little Foxway again. So clearly the routes I was doing before, I was picking bits of the route, but I was not seeing those kind of interconnecting pathways, which you know, as all things considered, I'm really glad it's turned out this way, so I can actually understand now how it all joins, and if it comes out where I think it comes out, I'll understand also why I made the error I made. I'll explain that when I get there. But anyway, onwards and upwards, let's go. Well, you can see why I run into issues. I'm not that great at navigating, so Foxway sign, public footpath, that should be the right one, because this one here is a public footpath to go that way. I'm going to go this way. I assume that makes some sense. Yeah, it sounds like there's kind of bears or in Jurassic Park out here. Oh, well, it makes you run a bit quicker, doesn't it? So I came up by a business park and I thought, that doesn't seem right. So I went back to Strava again, and this time my mistake there was I didn't put it on a satellite. If I put it on a satellite, I would have obviously seen that this kind of built up area is not quite right. So it's just back there, and where I took a right, I just need to take a left. So nice, nice simple, kind of like 200 metres back that way. But I thought I'd also stop and take this moment to have a Unived gel, my first gel from Unived, and this is the melon sea salt. So let's give it a whirl. You can get my thoughts immediately here. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yuck. That tastes really chemically. Yee. Okay, well, gosh, that's not the nicest. But hey, you know, 10 minutes before and every 30 minutes during activity, maybe it's just a flavour. Oh, that is just, yeah, it's got a really weird chemically flavour. Not for me. Oh. Yeah, so I'm about 45 minutes into my run, back to Spring Energy. I'm pretty fussy when it comes to gels. I never like the SIS or the high energy gels, or high 5 energy gels, whatever they're called. Basically, the ones that were cheap and easy to get hold of, I didn't really favour. The ones that I preferred in the end were humour gels. Just kind of tastes like a really sweet treat, and that's basically naughty. If it tastes naughty and it tastes like it's the opposite of being good for me, then I'll have it. Then more recently, yeah, I've switched to Spring Energy because it's kind of like a strawberry yoghurt. I also used to love the Cliff Shot chocolate ones, but again, that's just like having a kind of chocolate ganache, so that's amazing as well. Oh, maybe just a flavour. Gosh, it's kind of got a horrible aftertaste. I only had a bit of it, by the way, and yeah, throwing the rest, that was really rough. So as we get started again, I've just kind of realised that I haven't seen anybody at all on this run this morning. Not a single person, not a walker, nothing. So yeah, quite remarkable really. I don't know how quiet it normally is around this route, but certainly might be revisiting if there's anything like this. Nice, quiet, peaceful, superb. It's like someone's driveway. Where am I? Where's the palace? Anyway, that's where we're off to now. Yeah, whew. Probably should have filmed that. Just back there was a fence and I walked past it and this dog came from absolutely out of nowhere, and yeah, I think I need a new pair of shorts. Wowzers. I had to kind of be really tentative with my movements because it definitely was behind a fence that it could have jumped, and it looked like it was on the protein shakes. My good lord, that thing was massive. Anyway, I'm like 8k in, and I don't know really where I am going to be coming out to, but the fact that I can hear the road tells me I'm not too far away from life, which is a bit of a shame really. Hey, no, not again. Not again. Crossroads. I mean, that way looks far more beautiful, doesn't it? Time to consult Strava again. Okay, we're going to go this way. I did check that sign back there for that fox symbol, but it isn't on there, so again, beautiful. I'm not complaining. I thought I would just take you through literally the ups and downs, highs and lows of this situation, because I really want to find another fantastic route. And of course, assuming the ultra goes ahead in September, this would be, I guess, the route. So I'm just checking it out now. I also had to get up on the bank. I won't go because lady's walking the way with her dogs. So now what? Remember that bridge I was speaking about? There it is. Which means back at those crossroads, I should have taken a left. It's fine, it's only a few hundred metres that way, and just to double check, I'm going to come up here. But like I said, I've been looking for this particular bridge, and it probably sounds wild because when I find it, you're going to say, great, that was worth running all this way for. But it just looked really nice to me. I like a bit of architecture. So let's just get to the top of this little hill point here and see what's going on. I mean, what a view! Oh wow! This field, you see this field here? That is a field that I see pictures at, I believe, every year for the ultra runners. They must come up and over this hill, but I don't know about running through that field right now. Some workers are down there. Okay. Is that public access? No. Let's go back. Oh, come on, Dan. So as it turned out, both routes are actually correct in terms of being able to run. Wow, 2 butterflies right on me. But the other way is a much longer loop, and I want to do this loop today because it is shorter, and realistically I don't really want to be out here for hours and hours. I'm already well over an hour into this run. Okay, now this is the field. Makes sense. Oh, we know it's correct. Check this out. Just hidden behind there. It's a little fox. Oh, actually, I'm glad that wasn't an electric fence there. I just touched that by accident. A bit of metal. That would have been a bit stupid, wouldn't it? Okay. Down over that way. That's towards the bridge. Now I know the 2 runners that have come this way have come into a little bit of contact with cows, so I'm hoping they're having their lunch, because I just want a nice smooth transition through. Really, I don't want to be having to navigate them, ideally. Tell me this bridge is worth it, please. What a cute little thing. Let's take a picture of that. No, wrong way. That's private land. Well, this is turning out to be a bit of a giggle, isn't it? A bit of a laugh. I will persist, but I'm not turning back. See in about 10 hours. I see cars in the distance. I didn't think I'd actually be pleased to see cars, and generally speaking I'm not, but this is helpful right now because, again, who's making these pathways? I don't get it. I guess they both lead to the same place, but come on, be helpful. That looks nice. That looks like it goes through the trees, and this looks like it goes to someone's house. Let's go through the trees and just feel a little bit more polite. Although this ground's pretty rough. Back on the main road, I know exactly where I am. About 5k from home. Straight flat tarmac. When I was doing this route before, for the Fox Way, back in January when I was running the route, I'll show the road I came down, and you can see what I didn't realise I needed to do. So the road I came down was here, and where I need to go was just over there, so that clearing. Well, I wouldn't necessarily have known that, so don't feel bad about myself for doing that. But at least now it shows me what I need to do or where I need to go for a nice route. And yeah, I'm at about 11k now, something like that. So pretty good route, plus a 5k back. I think I could probably get it down to 14, 15k all in if I went the right way the first time. Anyway, nothing exciting more to show you now, and yeah, catch up with you soon.